Good morning, everyone. It is December 30th, 2019, and welcome to the Crypto Insider channel. We're coming at you from the wild and wonderful city of Austin, Texas, as we get ready to break into the new year. We have a few stories for you today, and we'll briefly touch on XRP Price as it stands right now. As you peruse our wonderful video offerings, please keep in mind that I am not a certified financial planner, broker, a registered investment advisor, or a tax accountant. We do not give investment advice. We merely throw out what we're thinking. It's all opinion. This is an opinion channel based on general market sentiment, the general cryptosphere, and sometimes just a little bit of my own thoughts thrown in from my banking background. Um, Taxes are a real thing, though. Like I said, I'm not a tax advisor, but if you wonder about how taxes could affect you uh, if XRP does moon, please see our video titled XRP Moons. Now what? So it could be really, let's say XRP moons to $500 one night while you're sleeping, and you wake up and you have all these millions and millions of dollars. What do you do? Aside of getting to the Lambo dealership, that video is a good one to check out what to do in that situation. But talk to your tax accountant for the real actionable advice on what to do. I'm just offering a little bit of information here and there. Subscribe. Please like and subscribe to our videos. We appreciate all the likes and subscribes that we've gotten so far. So much so that for each subscriber, a token amount of XRP is donated to @GoodXRP, which is what you're probably seeing on the screen. So if you like cryptocurrency, if you like XRP, if you like hearing me say while gathering my thoughts, please like and subscribe. We'll get right into the news here. First is that tweet that always comes from Good Souls Group showing us that we donated for the last batch of subscribers. We had something like 80 last night or six. I don't know. It was a good amount. We're going to jump right into the Ripple technical analysis from coinalyze.net. It looks like just over the past 10 or 15 minutes, things started to trend down into the oversold range. Not by a huge amount, but by about 0.003 cents. So we were at about 0.195. Now we're down to 0.192. And this is typical for XRP. You know, all these oscillators that we see telling us that XRP is oversold. This stuff changes almost from minute to minute, depending on the trends. So I wouldn't be too concerned about that. At least we're up out of the 18-cent range, kind of solidly. But what's it going to do? And that's what everybody wants to know. What is XRP going to do? So we'll go into this one. Why a top analyst believes XRP price bottomed and will burst higher, by Nick Chong from newsbtc.com. It is not a secret that altcoins such as XRP haven't done too well in 2019. While Bitcoin is up over 90%, starting the year in the 3,000s and now trading at 7,200, a number of leading cryptocurrencies have actually posted losses on the year. Although nearly all asset classes from precious metals to equities have posted record gains in 2019, Ethereum has lost 18% and XRP has collapsed by 47% according to Bitcoin educator Jimmy Song. Then it shows a tweet by him saying, "'Tis the season to feast on the tears of shitcoiners." Year to date, then it has all these the same metrics mentioned before. Herring trend aside, a number of analysts have claimed that altcoins are on the verge of breaking higher. XRP shows signs of bottoming and impending breakout. Dave the Wave, a prominent technical analyst that months ago called the decline to the 6,000s in the price of Bitcoin, recently posted the chart to Twitter, which he shows that XRP USD chart is showing signs of bottoming. Depicted in the chart is XRP's entire price history, with the price action over the last 2 years being what is notable. He notes that XRP is in a clear falling wedge pattern, which itself is situated in a larger descending triangle, before drawing attention to the fact that moving average divergence is looking as it did prior to the 2017 bull run. The implication of the chart: XRP is on the verge of breaking out of the aforementioned triangles in a violent move in the upward direction. And then here is the actual chart that they're talking about. So if you're a chart analyst, you'll you'll be able to make more sense out of this than I am. But this is the descending resistance that we've seen since at least 2018, and he believes that we're rounding the bottom here of this support somewhere in here, and then we'll take off to wherever. He didn't actually give a prediction, I don't think, here. It is only Dave that has observed positive signs on the XRP to US dollar chart. Per previous reports, analyst Michael Van de Poppy, a trader at the Amsterdam Stock Exchange, recently suggested that the cryptocurrency is poised to break higher by 175% in 2020. Unlike Dave, Van de Popp ignored the technicals but instead looked at price action trends in search of fractals or repeating patterns on the charts. He found that XRP's price action over the past few months is eerily reminiscent of a bottoming pattern put in by the cryptocurrency in late 2015, early 2016, which was followed by a strong 125% bounce. This action playing out on the current charts will mean that by the middle of 2020, each XRP could be trading for 0.473, 175% higher than current prices, and I think that would be very welcome amongst the hodlers, and pointed to as a sign of certainly at that point we could say that we're seeing a trend reversal. There was also a little Twitter exchange with the CTO of Ripple, David Schwartz, in an article by William Suberg on Cointelegraph.com. He talks about this Twitter exchange that David Schwartz has had, indicating that XRP does not make Ripple richer. The argument followed further tweet sources from ex-Bitcoin core developer Peter Todd, who alleged Ripple's partners had told him they were not prepared to use XRP. Schwartz protested nobody buys XRP to give Ripple money to do things. And this is a very odd thing, in my opinion, for Peter Todd to say. Because we know that Ripple partners are prepared to use XRP. We can go to the ODL stream right now. I believe Alex Cobb has one on his channel, but there's also another sort of tool where you can do inquiries into the ODLs. And we can see in real time Ripple partners using XRP. So to say that maybe there are some Ripple partners that told them they weren't prepared to use XRP, but when did they tell them that? Was it in 2017? Who knows? But it's very odd to come out and say this now. XRP investors have felt the pinch in recent weeks, and it talks about the price trading at 0.19%. For bag holders, the picture is complicated by the curious relationship Ripple maintains with XRP. Past bats between Schwartz and others attempt to divorce the company from suggestions it created and controls XRP, despite it selling huge tranches of tokens throughout the past 2 years. Look, Ripple could say, you know what, we're shutting our doors today. We're closing down and everybody's going home. And we're all going to go to work for, some other place. If that happens, the XRP ledgers still exist. That coin is still out there for others to develop and work on. It's not something that they own. They own a lot of Ripple or a lot of XRPs, a lot of tokens, uh, but they don't own the ledger certainly, because it was created before the company was incorporated. Now, however, Schwartz appears to distance Ripple and its sell-offs from XRP even further, stating, "We were venture capital angel funded and we're going to build regardless. We started selling XRP only after there was a market price and for negligible amounts compared to our other funding." Um, Days before, on December 20th, Ripple announced that it had secured a $200 million Series C funding round. This led it to describe 2019 as its strongest year in official literature, despite XRP's conversely dire fortunes. So yeah, I mean XRP is valued at 10 billion, or Ripple's valued at 10 billion. So obviously their fate is not tied to the price of XRP, because if it was, they would. They certainly wouldn't announce that this is its strongest year. Um, I think that's really all we're going to cover on today's video. So it's not a lot. It's not exciting and groundbreaking. It's nice to see that somebody thinks there could be a 175% spike in the price. It's nice to see that several different analysts are predicting that. And it's, I mean, if you're hodling anyway, keep hodling. We're going to hope that the price goes up. If you have anything else you'd like to talk about, feel free to pop down into the comment sections and leave me a comment. I try to answer every single comment. Uh, if it's just nastiness, general nastiness, even I'll tolerate, and I'll just say thank you for your wonderful insight and viewpoint. It was very helpful, and I'll ignore the content of it. If it's unnecessary flaming or hateful or using a bunch of expletives, I'll delete that. Fortunately, we haven't had that yet, so that's good. Some things I'll delete right off the bat if they're obviously not related spam. I don't care if you make $5,122 in your spare time. And also, if you think that XRP is the mark of the beast and you're going to try to convince me of that with a bunch of Bible verses, save your time and mine, because I will just delete that nonsense right off the page and probably block you from the channel. You can find some sort of religious forum to spread that sort of garbage. In any case, thanks for listening to my video. Hopefully you like and subscribe and get some more money out there to charity.